Hey Aquarius, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this is Tiny Dog. And this, my darlings, is your weekly pulse for the 24th to the 30th of March. We're going to pick 6 messages for you today, okay? I'll tell you what each card means in each position as we go. Now, this is my contribution. This is Key Wisdom and Tiny Dog's contribution to, to what we're facing really in the world. I've had to really shift and change what I'm doing because I just didn't think there was any point me doing the readings that I was doing before, to be honest. This is a dose of positive realism is what I'm calling it. So we're going to get these every week, and it's going to help us to just to navigate the difficulties or the energies that we're experiencing as the weeks and months unfold. Okay, my darlings, I've already shuffled, I've already meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera, and then we'll get started on your reading. There we go. Okay, Aquarius, card at the base of your reading is the Judgment energy. Excuse me. Look at him. Good boy, baby. We love you. Okay, now the card at the base of the reading is the... He's so cute, isn't it? The card at the base of the reading is the perspective that you need to see this reading through, or this week through, I should say. And for you guys, that is the Judgment energy. Now, the Judgment energy is the energy of revelations. It's the energy of transformative information, or information that absolutely transforms what you think about yourself, a situation, a certain aspect of life, or whatever, a certain aspect of your life, I should say, is the energy of judgment. It can be quite confronting having that type of experience, but ultimately it's the thing that leads us closer and closer to a truer sense of who we are. So let's have a look at your first the first row here. So this number 1 represents your motivating factor in this position. In this position we have, which is the 5 of Cups. Second, we have your experience or what you're encountering this week, and that is the Empress energy. And then third and finally, we've got for the first row, we've got your understanding or your karmic message or your soul message. So what this experience this week is trying to teach you, what it's trying to give you, and that is the 5 of Wands. This card, it's been out in so many of the readings today. It's been out in so many of the readings, and I really, it's because number 5 is about change, and it's about us. We're in new territory, okay? We're in new territory at the moment, as you know, and so that we are all sort of shifting and changing and having new experiences and responding in new and different ways. We're growing, we're learning more about ourselves, we're pushing out into ourselves more. In uncharted territory within ourselves is where we are going, and that's why we see high instances of number 5, and especially the 5 of Wands. Okay, so let's begin then, darlings, with your first energy. So this is your motivating factor. So what's moving you this week? What's motivating you this week? And that is the 5 of Cups. Aquarius, don't listen. I know, don't shoot the messenger. I know you don't like the Cups energy. All about emotions, all about intuitions, all about your memories, all about those things. But the beauty of the number 5 of Cups is it's 5, so it's about change. This is the energy of release. This is the energy of understanding that you've had and you've held on to things that were painful for you, things that hurt you, things that limited you, things that stopped you from loving yourself or from being able to show love and compassion to other people. This is a realization that those things need to be released. That's it. That's what's motivating you this week. What's motivating you this week is to release. You understand, you realize that I must let go of this emotional baggage. I must let go of it. And that might be the revelation, because actually, as a combination of energies, believe from someone who, as I always say, experiences the energies, it physically drains me. Physically. These 2 energies together, for me, my line of work, how I live my life, physically drains me. Because you really are releasing the emotions, and that creates space within you. And the space that it creates within you, you have to start engaging with, and it's that can be, for me personally, quite exhausting. You know, for you guys, it could be that this is the revelation for you, that you actually, because we're at home, because we're not at work as much, because we're isolated more, we don't have all the distractions, the usual distractions of life so much now, right now, as things are, we are able to confront things, we're able to engage with ourselves in new ways, in more intimate ways. And that is the beauty, really, of well, I don't know about the beauty, but that's the beauty of our experiences, that they always have got something to teach us. And for you guys, right, this week, for you guys this week, Aquarius, it's about that emotional release that's necessary. And that might be the revelation for you in itself, the fact that, oh my gosh, I have all these feelings, I hold on to all these feelings, and now I've let them go, and oh my god, how different do I feel? It could be that type of conversation you're having with yourself by the end of the week. Okay, so then we have the Empress energy. This is your experience of what you're encountering this week. So this is expansion and awareness in this instance, in this position. This is what it really talks about. It talks about healing, it talks about expansion, it talks about awareness, it talks about, and this is what you're encountering this week. Now, if you think about it, you know, number 3 is linked, this card here, number 3 is linked to your third chakra, your solar plexus, which is your power center, your the place of your self-confidence, your ability to manifest. That's all encompassed in the number 3. And if you've watched the manifestation reading, which I did, which is beautiful, and I suggest you watch it, I say in that reading, in order to manifest, in order to create, in order to have more, in order to build, we have to release first. We have to release. We have to release the things that we no longer need in order to have the energy to now put into the things that we want. This, in this position here, what you're encountering, what you're experiencing this week, is that ability to, that clarity, that awareness, engaging with engaging with your own understanding that letting things go is going to allow you to move forward. And as I said, this is the card of uncharted territories. That's what this card is. I'm calling it uncharted territories from now on, because this is the energy of change. It's literally what it feels like when we're going through, when we're changing, when our perception actually changes, what that actually feels like. For me, I've had this belief for so long, and now that belief that I've had for so long is gone. What are you left with? Energetically, that feeling, what that leaves us with is the 5 of Wands. This is an energy of change, yes. It's an energy of change that starts from within, and we see that there's a lot of realizations, yes, in the mind, but definitely with our memories, with our emotional self, with our intuitive self. Aquarius, you're going through changes. You know, things are, as they keep saying on the news, unprecedented right now. We know this. And that is making us, we don't know how we're going to respond. No one knows. And so you're responding. It's very natural the way that we're all responding, whether you panic buying or whether you're watching the news 24/7. It's natural that you respond that way, because you don't know what you're doing right now. None of us do. As what happens is we start to change. We start to come into awareness. We start to gain clarity. This can sometimes cause conflict, because those changes, that when you've ever had that feeling of excitement or trepidation or anticipation, that's wand energy. That's the wand energy there, and it starts from within and it permeates from without, permeates outside of us. So what that means is you could be, you know, trying to understand what it is you release, and you're releasing it, and then someone asks you, or, you know, your partner or your kid asks you, oh, where are the potatoes? I don't know why I keep talking about potatoes. Where are the potatoes? And you're like, oh, bloody, leave me alone with these bloody potatoes. Let me focus. I'm doing this. I'm washing up, and you're not really washing up what it is, what's going on. The reason why you snapped is because actually, energetically, you notice a shift, you notice a change. And that's taking your focus also. So it can lead to sort of, you know, short-tempered, that type of example, really, short-temperedness. But it doesn't, but it's really inner conflicts, it's really inner changes that are going on and that are permeating on the outside and that are going to manifest themselves for you as you go on for this week. Okay, so that's really important for you to recognize. Okay, so next we go to love. So this is a love potential or love lesson. Ooh, for this week, and you've got the Page of Cups. Next we have the power or the challenge for this week, the Ten of Wands, and then finally you have got beautiful, the Gain. So this is what the card in this position, number 6, is I want you to consider this in meditation. What to consider in meditation, what to consider in my mindful moments. This is that message this week. So interesting that it's a meditation card as well. So that's it. Do some meditation. Okay, so I'm going to stop showing you time now. Okay, so let's look at this card first of all. So we've got number 4, love potential or love lesson for this week, for this time period. And for you guys, it's the Page of Cups. You don't like the emotions, babe, but they're here. This tells me that you might be feeling vulnerable. Of course, Ruth, you're not telling us anything we don't already know. Of course, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But the vulnerability, you still are acting on it. You're not trying to hide the fact that you feel vulnerable. You're not trying to hide the fact that you feel that you feel nervous, let's say, because this is Page as well, so it's also actions, it's also acting on, taking actions, but in this place, love potential lesson, if it's love potential for you, it could be this could be a Pisces in your life, or a water sign in your life. Cancer. What are the? Hang on, I've totally forgot the water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your life. But really, what this is, it's almost like wearing your heart on your sleeve and letting yourself be vulnerable. That could be the revelation for you. I can actually do that. I can be vulnerable, and people don't laugh at me. I'm showing my emotions to my husband, to my wife, to my kids, my family, my friends, whatever, and they are not laughing at me. That could be the revelation for you. You're willing to do it. And what we're seeing here is, and I'm seeing this for not just in this reading, but for all the readings I've done actually today, what I'm seeing is more self-love, more self-appreciation, more self-acceptance this week. That's a beautiful thing. So yeah, we're in a very, as they keep saying, unprecedented situation, but ultimately, actually, if we actually engage with what you're going through, with what I'm going through, with what I'm as an individual are going through, and I'm responsive to that, and I engage with that, it helps me to move through this. It helps me to appreciate the things that I have, the family that I have, the person that I am. There's a lot of self-love going on this week, and I'm loving it. And you get that too with this energy. Okay, so the next card here is your challenge, and why not? I mean, if we're going to be challenged by anything, it might as well be the Ten of Wands, okay? So number 10 here, so we know that we've been holding on. We've been working hard. We've been putting all the energy in. We've been putting all the effort in. We've been doing way too much, Aquarius. And so this time, when it comes to now, the challenge for you seems to be putting this down. Some people are used to always be busy, always be busy, always be busy, always be busy. Wanting to do. Some people are like that. And that's fine. No one's I'm not judging you for that. But obviously right now, we ain't got the choice, have we? A lot of us, I say us, it doesn't affect me because I'm here, I live by myself. So, I'm not going to, I'm not out and about like that. I work from home. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what I'm saying is we're out and about doing things constantly. And the challenge is going to be to put those ones down, to put down our responsibilities, to put down all the distractions, and to just be present. That's going to be your challenge. However, in this space here, this is your gain. This is the message that I'm asking you. This is what I want you to consider in your meditation this week, in your mindful moments this week. I want you to make some quiet time each day, every day, to connect with yourself. Even if it's just 5 minutes, just reflect, just consider, just think over how this message can help you to find peace, how this message can help you to find reassurance this week. And the message for you is the Four of Swords, which is all about your mental, your thoughts, which you're good at, your logic, your reason, your awareness, your consciousness, your conscious mind. And it's number 4, so it's all about the structures. What makes up your conscious mind? What makes up your thoughts? What makes up your perspective? What makes up your ideas? Why do I think the way that I do about this, about that, about this? It's not necessarily asking why. It's about being reflective. It's about considering how you're responding mentally to the shifts and the changes that are occurring, yes. But also this is about it's about your identity, really. It's about what makes you who you are, or who you think you are. This is really, for this week, it's about engaging with, why do I think that I am this way? Why do I tell myself that I am this person? Why do I tell myself that I need that? Whatever it is. This is this energy. So in your meditation, your peaceful moments, your calm moments, your quiet moments, reflect on your self-awareness and your identity. Because remember, the reason I say about your identity is because of this. It's about our roots, number 4, the 4th house in astrology. It's about where we come from, our place of birth, our underground. And we could be thinking about, it could be all these things linked to the things that you're releasing, Aquarius. It could be the things that you're releasing could be related to your ideas, your perspective about your mum and your dad, or about your place of birth, or about your family life, or about your security in your home and your property. It could be any of those things. You know, it's about, you've got the space, you've got the time. Well, the majority of us have this week. We've got the space, we've got the time, hopefully, to spend a few minutes each day. You wake up in the morning, don't open the curtain straight away. Stay there 5 minutes, meditate, reflect on, why do I think I am the way that I am? Why do I have these opinions about myself, about my family, about my abilities to be bred, whatever? This is what the message is for you in the gain position this week. Okay, my darlings, I hope you like that reading. It's looking like a good week for you, and definitely you're confronting, you're not avoiding, and I love that. I've had the same message, not the same message, but, you know, we're not, for Libra, you guys seem to be the earth sign seems to be very much, you know, you're trying to establish balance, and you're not going to shy away or turn away, really, this week from what it is you're experiencing. You're going to face it head on, you're going to feel it head on, and you're going to also hopefully reflect on that as well. All right, my darlings, I will see you guys next week with your brand new weekly pulse. Don't forget to check out the Key Wisdom playlist for all of your mindfulness, for everything mindfulness, meditation, Reiki Tarot. This is Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram. You can get on Instagram, there's all little extras that I do, so check that out as well. Head over there and follow me on there for updates, etc. My darlings, make sure you're staying safe, make sure you're looking after yourself, make sure you're staying healthy. I will see you all again. Make sure you're meditating. I will see you all again next week, Aquarius, with your brand new readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.